Coming up next on Inside the Lair, we close the book on the fall sports season and we look ahead to the winter season.
Now we tell the stories all about how our knights came in and pumped up the crowd, and we'd like to take a minute, just pull up a chair, tell you all about the week on Inside the Lair. Rehearse and rip up the stage, and our athletes work hard and know how to play. Singing out, working, drumming, all cool. You hear the bands and the choirs repping our school. When a couple of guys thought up something good, started making videos in our neighborhood. If you ever miss a game, don't get scared. Catch the recap with Kirby and Blair.
This episode of Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair is brought to you by... This is for Mr. Kincaid's biology class. Chloroplast. Chloroplast. It's as easy as that. It's the chloroplast rap. What's chloroplast, you may ask? Well, it's the powerhouse in the cell of a plant. It's the home of photosynthesis, where you can get O2 and C6H12O6 by combining water, CO2, and sunlight. This makes life go on through day and night. I hope you learned something from these facts, because this has been the chloroplast rap word. Mr. Kincaid, that one was for you. Well, anyways, back to you, Kirby and Blair.
Good afternoon, Night Nation! It is Wednesday, November 20th, and you are Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair. He's Kirby, I'm Blair, and we got lots to talk about as we kind of put a close to the fall season, Kirby. And we're going to start with our volleyball team. They recently had their banquet, team that got knocked out of the semifinals in the section. And some good awards to talk about. First and foremost, we had two All-Staters, and this was a great award for both of these two athletes.
Yeah, we mentioned it last time on the show, Blair. Allie and Juliana, they both were voted, or I think that's how it works.
Yep.
They're all conference selections.
Yep.
Yes, and
All-State.
Excuse me, All-State selections. And Allie, 3 times in a row, she's been on the All-State team. The only KW player to ever do that. That's a special honor.
Yep. Awesome. And we had also 6 Knights be academic All-State as well, which was a great honor. It tells you a lot about the program when you have good athletes and good students and you put it all together. This is a team that, and this senior group was really special too.
Oh yeah, and let's talk some more about their banquet. Most improved offensive goes to Haley Lairfold, the junior. Okay. Most improved defender, Kaya Johnson, senior. Most positive attitude was Riley Doomer, senior. The most fierce work ethic, Allie Peterson. The best communicator, Allie Peterson. Most inspirational, Riley and Allie. Honorable mention all conference, Blair, Megan Matson, Haley Lairfold, and Riley Doomer. All conference selections, Allie Peterson, Juliana Boehm, Maddie Libke. 6 of our girls were all conference or honorable mention.
That's impressive.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
Some other milestones reached this year. 1,000 digs by Allie Peterson. 1,000 set assists by Maddie Libke. And 1,000 kills by Allie Peterson. Allie, let me just see if I have this right. According to Mrs. Dahl, 1,705 kills for Allie in her career.
And that's the school record.
That's the school record.
Unbelievable. Great career. And,
yeah.
And all those seniors, a great career. Didn't end the way they wanted it to, but they really have left their mark on the program and our school and the athletic department. And hopefully they go on and do great things. We had Allie signing with Belmont just the other day before school, heading down to Nashville to play for Belmont. So those are really good things. You talk about the success we've had this year. You're losing a lot in terms of experienced players next year, but the cupboard isn't necessarily bare because we have a pretty good under varsity program as well as a good JO program.
The volleyball team doesn't what's the word? Rebuild.
We don't rebuild, we reload.
They reload.
Yeah,
yes.
we
So
reload.
they're going to be young next year.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to step up, and that's part of the fun of high school sports. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make that next leap? If you want more information on the banquet for the volleyball team, you can check out their Facebook page. It's a good resource for the volleyball team information.
All right, football.
Football.
We had the banquet a couple weeks ago, and the awards came out. Offensive MVP Tate Erlinson, the wide receiver. He had a couple of special teams touchdowns as well. He had a really good senior year.
Great weapon for us. Ran some kickoffs back.
Yeah, nice job. Defensive MVP Carter Quam, and Carter he really came out of his shell this year and had a fantastic junior season.
And he made a position switch on defense this year too, from the middle of the line to all of a sudden in the middle of the linebacker core. He's a stud.
And he's got good strength, and his speed is getting better, and he's really turned into a really good football player. Yep. Lineman of the year, Owen Hilke. And Owen really, he overcame some injuries and really did a nice job up front.
Yeah, Owen, he kind of took that next step as well as a junior now. He was a sophomore playing last year, and this year he kind of took a more step as a vocal leader. Yep. He would voice his opinion to the boys and to the coaches as well when people weren't doing what they're supposed to be.
Yeah, most improved.
Yeah,
Evan Brossard, the sophomore, did a really nice job. He kind of got didn't play a lot of varsity the first couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden got into it, and really you could see his time increase just because of the fact that they could count on him.
Yeah, and one thing that Evan's really good at is he's a smart kid. Where when it comes to football, he reads what he's supposed to be reading, and he trusts his instincts. And he keeps getting better on that. Now he just needs to keep getting bigger and stronger.
Absolutely. Scout Players of the Year. And Scout Players of the Year are really important. They might not get a lot of varsity time, but they really help the team prepare and run the other team's plays. And that goes to Danny Cruz and Zach Clark.
Two kids that they showed up and they just kept getting. They were on the scout team like their award says, but they just kept getting beat up by the first team. And they sacrificed for the betterment of the team, and they never complained about it. And
they just love the game.
Right. They're fun
absolutely. The Danielson Award went to Cole Flum.
Cole Flum played like 2 or 3 plays, got injured that first game, and he never missed a practice or a game because of his injury, except for when he had to have his surgery.
Right.
He was always there. He was always a part of it. And Cole's one of those kids that it's easy to root for. Absolutely. And Danielson Award was given out by, I think his name was Ben Danielson. I think it was his son.
Okay.
That presented the award that kind of kicked off this overcoming adversity type of award.
Nice.
So all district honorable mention was Casey Westbrook, Wyatt Foss, and Tyler Craig. And then go ahead and
then all district goes to Tate Erlinson, Bray Olson, Carter Quam, and Owen Hilke, and much deserved from those 6 gentlemen. Those are guys that have been huge contributors to us. And the good thing looking forward is not all those guys are seniors. We got some of those guys coming back and in some real key spots too.
Right. Carter, Owen, Bray, Tyler Craig, Casey Westbrook, all those guys are coming back.
And some other guys who didn't get honored who may have been close. Luke Berg's coming back, a quarterback. So I think it's going to look good for them as we move forward. Now moving forward to the winter season. Believe it or not, Curb, tomorrow night, the girls basketball team opens their season at Nurheg, and they're going to take on those Panthers, those pesky Panthers. And what can we expect from the team this year?
Well, like Coach said, they're having a game pretty early in the season. Not even 2 full weeks of practice before
that is kind of unique.
Right. Usually you've got about 9 practices before that first go-around. But he's got a pretty senior-led group. And he said, I was talking to him last night at practice, he said, this is actually the year, if we were going to play early, that we would prefer to do it because there are so many seniors that know what we expect and they know how to play. So like they're going to New Richland. According to the scouting report we've got, they've got a pretty tall girl in the middle that's still there.
Okay.
But it's going to be a good test for us. I want to know, can we defend?
Right.
And can we make the hustle plays, the 50-50 plays? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the key this year. I think we've got some talent, but I think we have to put it all together. We'll see what happens. You had the opportunity to talk to Coach.
Right.
So let's see what Coach Weemy has to say about his team this year. All right. Well, thanks to Coach Weemy, and I think this is going to be one of those years where we're going to be able to see this Knights team kind of grow as the season goes.
Well, and not only do they play tomorrow, They play next Tuesday at home, their first home game.
Okay, get out there.
November 26th, Chatfield coming
the Gophers. All right. Yeah. Hey, this weekend we got the high school play here. It's going to be a good one. It'll be here Saturday evening and Sunday afternoon, and it'll be a good one. Director Shane Eggerstedt does a nice job. Elliot, our friend Elliot, is in the play, so make sure you get out there and see that.
He's got a promo.
And he has a promo, so like any good production, they've got a good trailer, so here you go.
Kenyon Wanamingo High School Theater presents the Holiday Channel Christmas Movie Wonderthon. If you love Hallmark Christmas movies, then this is the play for you. Come see your favorite Hallmark cliches, all put into one play. This Saturday the 23rd at 7 p.m. and Sunday the 24th at 2 p.m. at the Kenyon Wanamingo High School Auditorium. $6 for adults, $4 for students, and senior citizens get in for $1. There will also be a showing for the students during school this Friday. Come to laugh, cry, and feel the Christmas spirit. Merry Christmas, everyone. Back to you, Kirby and Blair.
All right, thanks, Elliot. That's great. Get out and see that play. It's going to be a good one. I think that does it for us. Kirby, anything else you want to add?
Well, I think next episode we've got the thank yous coming.
Thank yous.
Thank you
for Thanksgiving. All right. Because that'd be the good time to do it.
The cool thing, too, is Thanksgiving is so late this year.
I know.
When we get back from Thanksgiving, there's only
couple
3
weeks till
weeks
Christmas
before the holiday
break. Yeah, holiday break.
You can't say Christmas anymore.
No, sorry. All right. Well, for Kirby, I'm Blair. We'll see you next time on Inside the Lair. Goodbye.